It's time for another episode of MoState Update, the official podcast of Missouri State Athletics. Now, here's your host, the new voice of the Bears, Corey Riggs.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special edition of MoState Update, the official podcast of Missouri State Athletics, here live on the campus of Missouri State University tonight, where we are celebrating the party in the CUSA like we never have before. A unique opportunity tonight as we get ready for a history-making season of athletics on the Missouri State University campus. My name is Corey Riggs. This is episode number 22 of MoState Update, and here's what we've got on tap for you tonight. We will start off by sitting down with the university president, the 12th president in Missouri State's history. Dr. Richard Biff Williams will join us first. Then we will shift gears. The director of athletics here at Missouri State, Patrick Ransdell, will be our next guest. And to wrap things up, we're going to talk about a little bit of food, a little bit of drink, and a little bit of a different menu that may be offered for everybody over at Plaster Stadium, just off to our right, with the new general manager of OVG Hospitality, Mr. J.O. Bailey. So I hope you'll stick around. We hope you enjoy this one, a very special edition tonight as we party in the CUSA here at Missouri State on MoState Update. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the party of the CUSA, everybody. It's MoState Update, the official podcast of Missouri State Athletics. I'm Corey Riggs, thrilled now to be joined by the Missouri State University president. Give it up for Dr. Biff Williams. Biff, thanks for being here tonight. You guys have been giving out a ton of T-shirts. You got anything left over there?
I hope so. If you haven't got your shirt, I'm not hauling those back, so come get them.
You guys had quite a line going over there. I don't know that I have ever seen a variety of sizes of T-shirts like you've got given away here tonight.
We have one for everyone. We have small youth all the way up to 4XL.
Well, talk to me a little bit about year one to year two now. Your second run through here, kind of the opening of the fall semester. How has this year differed for you and the leadership here at Missouri State than when you were getting started out of the gate?
Well, last year I didn't know what to expect. This year I know some of the events, and I know which ones I really want to attend, and I know which ones I'm absolutely going to attend, and I've been able to attend them all. They're great. They're better the second year than the first.
Well, that's good. I know one event that you attended for sure because my son is a junior here, and Carter texts me and goes, "Dad, I think I just met the president." And I said, "Of the university?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "You were over at the Transfer Student Popcorn Social."
Exactly. It was fun meeting with them. We've tried to hit every single event where students are so we can get to know them and welcome to Missouri State.
Well, what is move-in week like for people that haven't been on campus in a while? I know it's vastly different from when I moved in here in the fall of '93. It seems like it runs like a well-oiled machine now, and there is a ton of help on campus as the kids and the families try to file in here and try to find their way to their new home.
It's a well-oiled machine. Our staff are just tremendous. Thousands of students are coming to our campus. It's a smooth move-in. It's welcome week. There's something to do 3 times a day, all the way till 10 o'clock at night. There's just a lot of energy. For those of us that have been here all summer long, having those students come back, it just energizes the entire community.
Was there one certain thing that you kind of looked at in a moment in week one and said, you know what, this is why I love leading Missouri State?
You know, sitting in convocation and the stadium is full at Great Southern Bank Arena. The students are cheering on. They're excited. We're singing the fight song. The band is playing. It's just the energy, the level of excitement of new beginnings, and that's what I really love.
There's no better way to kick off a Missouri State event than with the band. They were out here just a few moments ago before we got started helping kick off this event. Help people maybe understand kind of the genesis of this event a little bit, because normally you would have, obviously, Missouri State, longtime standing members of the Missouri Valley Conference. They make the move to Conference USA, but this was kind of a combination of events with this and kind of the welcome back for faculty and staff, right?
Yeah, we want to combine it all. If you look at our faculty and staff, they're just as excited about Conference USA as any of those in intercollegiate athletics. I know the community, and we thought, what better way to bring our community and unite them together than bring in our campus and our community to celebrate this great move.
So talk to me a little bit about maybe priorities for the upcoming university year. What's moved up? I know in year one it was kind of, getting a plan together, seeing the lay of the land. Now as you roll through into year two, what are some of the priorities for the administration?
Well, one of the priorities is to implement the strategic plan. We have a great strategic plan. The community came out, our faculty and staff. It's our plan. And it's very fitting because in the word Missouri, there's our. And so we're excited about implementing that. We're excited about creating a strategic enrollment plan. We're excited about Conference USA and making sure that transition is smooth. And we're going to branding refresh. We're going to look at our bear. We're going to look at what our brand is, and we're going to brand for the future.
Is there a new initiative or program that you all are launching this fall that you're excited about?
So the strategic plan again, but I think what's really new and exciting is we have a lot of new people here. We have a new provost. We have a new vice president, strategic enrollment. Patrick Ransdell, still pretty new. We're excited about having him on. We have a new chief of staff. We have a lot of faculty and staff. We have over 80 new faculty that are here. So a lot of new programs, but a lot of new people.
I think Patrick might tell you that it's maybe in athletics, it's like dog years. It's 1 year, but it feels like it's been a little bit longer than that.
He's worked hard. He's worked hard.
He absolutely has. This move, you mentioned the move to Conference USA, the move to FBS football. It is historic. What excites you about this move?
What excites me the most is we're going to compete at the highest level in every sport. And I think we're going to be very visible. It's a new conference, new partnerships. What's exciting to me is when we go to Conference USA and we meet with the other presidents and we meet with the other schools, we look like those schools. In the Missouri Valley, we've looked like those schools, but Missouri State University has really grown. We've grown in our academic profile, we've grown in our numbers, we've grown in our community and the spirit. We don't look like those Missouri Valley schools now. Now we're in Conference USA, we're rubbing shoulders with Florida International, with Liberty, with schools that have 26,000 students like we do, programs that have research profiles like we do, academic programs. So now we can go to Conference USA, not all only excel in athletics, but also what can we do better to improve our academics, improve the university as a whole. And we now have mentors and mentees together.
Are there things that can benefit the students, the alumni here at Missouri State from that move on the athletic side?
Oh, I think so. There's visibility. If you look at the presence, people know who we are. We're going to be in new states now. We'll be in Texas and New Hampshire and Florida, and we're going to be all over the United States, where before we just had different Midwest pockets. And I think the visibility, the spirit, the pride, look at this crowd that came to celebrate with Conference USA. There's athletics is alive and well. I think the national platform, civic engagement, how many community members are now coming out and supporting us because we're at the highest stage.
Well, I know that staying connected with the students, going out to events like this is important to you. How much time do you dedicate and how do you try to stay connected with the students on campus here while you're still taking meetings and having to answer emails and everything like everyone else does?
Well, we love having students over to our house. We have 500 to 800 students over to our house, not at the same time.
Well, okay.
But they come and eat dinner and get some of the groups. We get out on campus. We try to attend as many sporting events and art events and try to get out and meet the students. And it doesn't hurt that my name's Biff because I walk across campus and people want to meet me, so that helps.
It does. You say, how many times in a week do you walk across campus and somebody, hey, Biff?
Almost every day.
That's great. That is great. You mentioned earlier the strategic plan for the next 5 years. What, if any, areas of that will impact athletics as we make this move into Conference USA?
Well, I think if you look at our biggest and boldest is 30,000 students by 2030. Those are students that are coming in. There's more fans. There's more buy-in. It's the spirit. Any school that has made a change to FBS has seen an uptick in enrollment. So I think what we're doing in our academic profile, what we're doing with our branding and our refresh, what we're doing with our research profile, I think this all affects athletics, and athletics affects all the rest of the campus.
Meanwhile, I know one of the things that's been in conversation that I think a lot of fans are interested in is this building just off behind the cameras here. McDonald Arena has been kind of the centerpiece of this campus, was the original athletics facility here on campus. And I know you and Patrick and different folks have been kicking around ideas on possibly how to repurpose McDonald Arena. What are you guys thinking about with the old barn there?
So we've hired an architect. We're going to look at the master plan for what we're doing with athletics, from Plaster Stadium to Forsyth to McDonald to other areas with facilities for athletics and the Hammond Student Center. And we're going to put a plan together of where all the pieces go, but McDonald will be revived.
Well, that is amazing. That was a building that has a ton of history, and I think there have been conversations before your administration about, do you get rid of it? Would it be cheaper to tear it down, build something new in its place? So I think it's a great nod to the history of the university and to the Bears to talk about having a facelift, if you will, refurbish it and give it an opportunity to serve a new generation of student athletes here at Missouri State.
Absolutely. We're going to revive it. We'll open up the tunnel again. It's still alive and well. It's closed up, but it's still in good shape. And so getting our football locker rooms over there, perhaps the weight room and some other things, we're right in the planning stages of identifying what do we want to have in McDonald Arena.
And that one really excites me, because when I was a student, when I came here in the fall of '93, running out of that tunnel, coming onto the field here in front of the home fans, that was a big part of it. It went away. The thought of bringing it back, I just think, speaks to the fact that while there might be some people out there that say Missouri State kind of lost some traditions, this is an opportunity to go back and reclaim some of those old traditions and bring them back to a new generation of fans, and I think that's fantastic. Great work. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate you taking the time to come visit with us for a little bit, and I know you have a ton more T-shirts to get rid of, so we'll let you get back to it. We will send everybody back to the tent, but until then, we will take our first break. Please, a nice round of applause for Biff Williams, the university president here. Thank you so much, Biff. We will step aside. More MoState Update here in just a minute. Back to work here on the desk, under the lights here at Party in the CUSA. MoState Update rolls on. Now thrilled to be joined by the Director of Athletics here at Missouri State University, Patrick Ransdell. And Patrick, Biff had some notes there that get me excited. The thought of the tunnel being reopened for the players, a renovation at McDonald Arena, the vision and the future of Missouri State athletics, I think is something we're talking about right now.
When we say it's there's never been a better time to be a Bear, we mean it. So the next 5 to 10 years, get on board now, because it's going to fill up.
Do you feel like the energy, the atmosphere at the start of this season is maybe unique, different from when it was when you came on board?
Yes. I mean, like, just this in general probably would not have happened last year. This is our move to Conference USA is just something that's going to completely galvanize this community, or at least we hope it will, and the campus community, our students, our alumni, and so this is just going to continue to build momentum on top of each other as we go throughout the years.
How has it maybe changed your conversations? Obviously, you talk to a lot of people. You talk to the student athletes and the coaches, but you also talk to alumni. You talk to donors. You talk to corporate members in the area, in the community. Has it changed the way those conversations go now a little bit?
It has, and I can tell it from the time I got here last September to now.
Yeah.
The energy level in a lot of those conversations is completely different. You're having people reach out to us, which I don't know how much has happened that in the past, but it's been, I love getting texts from people and people getting excited about stuff, and it's just been a breath of fresh air, and I only think that's going to improve over the next few years.
Well, I have to tell you, and I think for some people it might be a little shocking, but how active you are on social media. I mean, there are accounts, there are things that people will say on social media that I've been like, wow, Patrick responded to that. I'm like, you're very proactive on social media.
Well, yeah, I mean, I probably have a whole lot of deleted drafts in the inbox, but I try to think through what I'm going to say there, but I think people want to hear from someone in my position, and so I want to be as accessible and as transparent as I possibly can be. So I think people like that, and hopefully I can provide some good insight and maybe something that somebody didn't think of.
People obviously like this move. They talk about the move, usually specifically surrounding FBS football. But how drastic a change is this for all of the sports across the board? Because at the end of the day, it's not, we're right next to Plaster Stadium, but it's not just a football thing. We heard from the women's volleyball team a moment ago. We're going to hear from other sports. How all-encompassing is this move, and how drastically does it change things for all the other sports, not just football?
100%. I mean, and we're going to be able to spread our brand across the Southeast at least, if not nationally. So we're excited about that. I mean, you look at every sport across the board, from where that specific sport was ranked in the RPI or net or whatever sport we're talking about, to where the Missouri Valley was, and almost across the board, you're seeing a level of stepped-up competition. So we're excited about that. You know, baseball is a great example. I mean, going from, something that's in the 18-19 range to the number 5 conference in America. This is going to be quite the step up, and all of our student athletes are really, really excited, and I know that they can't wait to get out there and compete.
Yeah, I mean, baseball moves into the Conference USA, and immediately Dallas Baptist runs out and finds another league.
Hey.
They don't want to deal with Hawk and the baseball team.
They don't want that smoke.
They do not. They do not. We're sitting here, new event, this party in the CUSA, under the lights, kind of a TV-style set. New is kind of a big word and a big deal around here. We're right next to Plaster Stadium. Help remind everybody, let's talk about some of the new that's next door. New turf, right? New lights. What else has been going on? Maybe those are the two obvious that I think people are seeing when they drive by, when they stop by, when they walk by campus. But there's a lot of other things going on, too, to try and get ready.
There's a ton. If you take a minute and walk over to Plaster, and you'll see a lot of paint has been done. There's amazing things that you can do with paint. And so we've been really busy this offseason in painting. The
power
new field,
washing.
The power washing.
I have
just
never
washing
seen
something makes a big difference. Who would have thought?
I never knew so many people would be excited about power washing.
We washed. That's exciting. I mean, our field looks amazing.
Yes.
I would argue that we've got one of the best fields in the country now, in terms of just its design. The way the Bearhead sits in the middle of the state of Missouri on the field, I think it looks fantastic. And when people get in here for a night game, I know the SMU game is not going to be at night, but when you get in here for UT Martin in Western Kentucky, and then the game in October, which will be a full night game, those lights, that's going to be really, really fun. And when Jacob Clark is putting up points, those things are going to be going off all over the place. So we're excited about that. And then we've got some new renovations going on in the suite level. We've been able to kind of update some stuff there. And then we've got a whole bunch of stuff out in the parking lot that's going to be buried underneath concrete. But evidently, fiber is expensive. Just FYI, everybody, fiber is expensive.
Well, I wanted to touch on that because I think it's important to say, one of the reasons why this move is a big deal, one of the reasons why being in this league is a big deal, is TV, is that nationwide exposure, being on bigger networks. It's great to be on ESPN+, but there are some other ways to get even more viewership on this product, on Missouri State. And those millions, and
Yes.
I don't think I'm understating that, of dollars going into that parking lot for those CBS 42, 50-foot haulers to come in, the ESPN trucks for ESPN2, all of that is to make this facility more enticing to get some of those bigger TV games.
And here's the way I look at it. This is an investment not just in athletics. This is an investment into the institution, right? Because I've said this since the day I got here. We want to be a solution, right? Enrollment growth. I think that we can be a big component of that. We need to be able to grow as an institution. We need to be able to expand our brand across not only Southwest Missouri, but across Missouri and across the nation. So when people tune in to our football games and our basketball games, and they're broadcast from Maine to San Diego to Seattle to Miami, I mean, that, and everybody in between, people are going to be able to tune in and watch Missouri State, learn who we are, and then hopefully good things happen from there. So we're just this is exactly what we wanted, and we just can't wait to get it going.
And very excited to be back out here again, September 13th for SMU. There's going to be maybe a few things that are a little bit different with the tailgate this year in Bearfest Village, but Bearfest Village is still here. It's not going anywhere.
It's bigger, better, and stronger. We're going to have a lot of this type of stuff that you'll see. We're going to have a big TV screen out here for everybody who's tailgating out here. We're going to have the large student tailgates will still be down here and across from Glass and Strong. We've got the student tailgate that's going to be out in lot 24. They'll be able to access that tunnel, come right into the stadium. It exits right there at the stadium. If you're walking back to your dorm, you have to walk by the student section. You have to walk by the student section if you want to go to Bear Village. You have to walk by the student section if you're going anywhere, if you're leaving that tailgate. So we're going to be able to hopefully capture those students in the stadium more often moving forward. We weren't able to stay in Freddie in the courtyard there. There were some life safety issues, and that was always going to be temporary. But we got our big tailgates down here. We got tailgates out here. We got tailgates over here in 1822. Everybody from whatever that road, Harrison North is now a tailgate lot. Or South, I should say.
Yeah.
Harrison South is now a tailgate lot. So let's go. Let's have a good time. Let's make sure that we make sure that MoState is the best state.
That's a good one. I like no state like MoState.
There we go.
That one
There's
works
a new
too.
You used it the other night out signing off on the coaches show.
Yep.
New tagline, folks.
Then we'll do that. Hey, talk to me about, Biff talked about the strategic plan the next 5 years. Obviously a ton going on here. What's maybe something in the next 5 years that we're working on that maybe is not related to football that you've got your eye on, that you're excited about going forward?
We have to grow our competitive excellence fund. I mean, that's like the number one thing. I cannot overstress that enough. If we're going to be competitive in this new era of college athletics, we have got to grow our competitive excellence fund so that we can go out and recruit the best and most talented student athletes that we can so that we can compete for championships in Conference USA and then again on the national stage in NCAA tournaments.
I say, if you're not excited right now, I agree with you. This is no better time to be a Bear than right now. For a long time, my favorite line was, "It's a privilege to be a Bear." Now it's a great day to be a Bear. And it's just super exciting. Thank you for your leadership, Patrick. A nice round of applause for our athletic director, Patrick Ransdell, everybody. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about my favorite thing other than sports, food and drink. J.O. Bailey next on the MoState Update. Back to MoState Update again. Interview number 3 now all set as we get to introduce the general manager of OVG Hospitality, J.O. Bailey. J.O., thank you for stopping by, man. We appreciate it. What have you guys been doing over here in this new CUSA decked out tent I see in the middle?
Well, thanks for having me. This is an exciting time to be a Bear, and I tell you what, this is month 4 for me here, and I've never been more welcome. So thank you to all the Bear community here. My team over there, very hardworking, dedicated team's been slinging burgers and dogs all day, and we've got some $3 beer.
There we go.
So please stop by.
We will stop by as soon as we're done with the podcast. I promise you that. Tell everybody, though, that doesn't know, you've only been here a few months. Where were you at previous, and what brought you to Missouri State to work here?
Oh, great question. Prior to here, I spent 4 years in Northwest Arkansas at the Walmart Amp, the outdoor music concert venue there, and also part of the Walton Arts Center in Fayetteville with the performing arts. Prior to that, I spent 4 years at the University of Arkansas doing what I do now, overseeing the food and beverage for the athletic department. Prior to that, I was in Little Rock, Arkansas as the assistant stadium manager for War Memorial, and then it just goes all the way back to 1992 when I was with the Tampa Bay Bucks. So,
well, I say the Amp, been down there, amazing concert facility. You must have really felt a pull to leave a facility like that to get back into athletics.
I missed sports. I missed game day. I missed walking my team out to the middle of the football field where the Bearhead is right now and asking them to look up and imagine 17,000 people here on Saturday and imagine the impact that our food and beverage team has on the game day experience. I miss that. Plus, as a kid from Arkansas, we came here. I came here to basketball camps when Coach Spoonhour was the head coach.
Oh, my.
So we kind of just, had roots here, and it was an exciting time, and I couldn't say no because the team here is great. I spent some time up here in April getting to meet everybody. My wife and I had an opportunity to pray about it, and we said, let's do it. So here we are, and I'm excited.
Well, we're excited to have you. Let's talk a little bit about some of the changes that are going on specifically to Plaster Stadium. Got some changes coming. Tell me, what's the Rivalry Grill and what can I find there? And I asked Patrick before the interview, and he said, we're good to go. So we could talk about what's available at the Rivalry Grill.
Well, let me back up a little bit. We had a few low-hanging fruit that my team came to me and said, hey, let's try to upgrade what we're doing. And part of that was the Rivalry Grill. Historically, it's kind of been a barbecue pop-up location that was up on the Upper West. We've expanded it twice the size. It's a rotating menu that's kind of a pun on the opposing team. So, for example, SMU Mustangs, the first thing that came out was like, okay, Mustang nachos, but that was too generic. So we're like, Texas, the West, the Wild West walking taco. One-time offer, you get it there. In addition to that, we'll have Tallboy draft beer, and we're introducing a new cocktail this year called it's a craft standard cocktail. We have two of them. A standard margarita, which we've named the Beararita.
Nice.
And we have a vodka cherry limeade that we're calling Plaster Punch. So very excited to have it there. The food menu rotates. It's a simple menu, and we're very excited to hopefully up the ante a little bit with the offerings.
All right, so you talked about the walking tacos for September 13th for SMU. You've got more game day specific items. September 20th against Tennessee Martin, we got some wings. What are those?
The Skyhawk wing, smoked in-house, tossed with a couple of different spices. You'll have a few dipping sauces. It'll come with a bag of chips. It'll come with a couple other sides. You can get them there. Week 3, we're doing some bourbon ribs, half rack.
All right.
Potato salad, coleslaw. So come get it.
Now, are those only available at the Rivalry Grill?
Only available at the Rivalry Grill. That's it.
All right, so we know that that's what's going on at the Rivalry Grill. I know there's also a new bundle, a Bear Necessities bundle. What is that? And it sounds like it's a good deal.
So we want to do a special that will run from the time the gates open up until kickoff. You can get 2 hot dogs, 2 sides, 2 drinks, $28. And preferably you go ahead and get the 2 beers to get a little more value. That's about a 40% off from the normal price on there. It's available in a short window. You can get it everywhere on the west side.
All right, let's talk about then the opposite side.
Yes.
A lot of students in the crowd here tonight. It is really important having the students involved in the games. We want to get them. We want them to pack plaster. What is food and beverage doing to make it more enticing for the students to come to the game and stick around during the game so it doesn't hit them in the wallet?
We're introducing what I call the Bear Bite and Brew menu. Everything's $4 or less. You want a $4 beer, come get it. You want a $4 hot dog, I got you. You want a $3, whatever it is I have on that menu, come and see us on that side and stay with us.
Now that's a completely different level of service and exclusive to that side of the stadium.
Yes.
At least for the time being.
At least for now. At least for now. Yeah.
Well, how much of this has got to be part of the job that you enjoy, coming in and trying to craft a menu, craft drinks that will be unique to this venue, unique to this fan base?
Well, I have a really good team that's been here for a minute, and
Okay.
I've leaned on those guys and gals pretty heavy. And I just came in with some ideas with the history that I've had and said, guys, how can you make this yours? You know the fan base. I'm learning the fan base. I'm becoming a Bear. How do we support the Bears? And this is where we are.
I understand too, and I apologize if I don't use the right term. Is it hawkers?
Yes.
There's going to be an increase of hawkers. So I read that, I say that, I still don't know that I completely understand what that means. That means more people work in the crowd selling items?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be a simplified menu. It'll be a light offering of beer. It'll have some non-alcoholics in there. We will have a handful of folks with some hot dogs and some popcorn that'll be hitting the bleachers as well.
So we mentioned the first 3 home games, the SMU, Tennessee, Martin, Western Kentucky. Now, there will be more themed items. We're just not ready to introduce those yet for the other home games, including the Wednesday night game against FIU, correct?
Yes. Yeah, the menu's built out for the entire season. We're focused on the first 3. We'll get the word out on the other ones. And the second part of what we're looking at the end season is how do we up our hot beverage game? That's a challenge for folks that do what I do, being able to provide hot chocolate, coffee, and so forth to a whole lot of fans. So that's something else that we're in the works. So hopefully we can introduce something fun with that.
Is that just a challenge because of the equipment needed? Is it partnerships? What is it about the hot beverage game that makes it more difficult?
All the above. All the above. Try imagining making hot chocolate for 86,000 people. So I call it the bane of any concessionaire is hot beverages, but we're working on it.
Well, I would think the craft beverages are also difficult too. I mean, to be able to put that large of a mix together for the course of that many fans over that many hours, when you think about the length of time that's involved in a standard college football Saturday. Now, that can't be easy for you and your team.
Actually, it is rather easy. So Craft Standard came out with think of a margarita mix keg that you work just like you would a normal beer keg. The only thing is it comes without the alcohol. So we get it, we tap into it, and then we spike it with, so in this case, the Barrita with the tequila. You give it a shake for about a couple of minutes. I take it to a kegerator or any draft beer dispensing system, tap it like I would a keg, and then I dispense out of a tap handle, right into the ice. It's actually extremely simple. I've been using it for about 4.5 to 5 years now, and it's a game changer. So we're lucky to be introducing it here. So,
when you look back at your time at the AMP versus being at Arkansas, what are maybe the biggest differences between being at a concert-specific venue versus working in a game day environment like this one that has a completely different kind of subset and fan base at times?
Oh, that's a great question, but there's actually more similarities than you realize. You know, with in the concert world, it's all about the genre. You know, do I have Snoop Dogg coming tonight, and then the next night Eric Church, you know, followed by Chris Stapleton or whatever it is, and your crowd base changes, your fan base changes with that. It's not a lot different here, whether we have a football game going here, if we're working, you know, the women's soccer, whichever it is, you got a little variation. But the one thing that I enjoy about college campuses and collegiate athletics is the fan base. The passion is different. It's just different, and that's why I came back.
Well, I hope you enjoy getting to know the fans. If you want to get to know J.O., he's going to be back over there in that tent working here in just a little bit. A nice round of applause for our man J.O. Bailey. We will take one more break and come back and wrap up this round of MoState Update here in just a little bit. Hey, that's going to do it for this installment of MoState Update, our special edition here live on campus in the middle of the party in the CUSA. A great night, great weather, great fans on hand. The football team has arrived. I've seen the basketball team walking around. I hope everybody that's out here has had a chance to go and meet some of their coaches and their favorite players as we get ready for a very exciting and historic season in Conference USA and the move to FBS football. Our thanks to all of our guests tonight: Missouri State University President Dr. Richard Biff Williams, Patrick Ransdell, Missouri State's Athletic Director, and J.O. Bailey from OVG Hospitality. We thank all of you for being here. We will see you coming up Saturday. USC, the football season starts in full effect. We hope you'll join us for that one. Until then, I'm Corey Riggs. We'll see you next time here on MoState Update.
You've been listening to the MoState Update with Corey Riggs. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Missouri State Sports Network.